This is actually my fourth take of this, and so I'm hoping that a child doesn't bother me, or the phone doesn't ring, or my son comes in and asks me something. Ah! Anyway, I am done the Ultimate Reset, 21 days, and I'm very pleased. In the 21 days that I started this, my goal was a lot of things. It was to lose some weight, but the most important reason I think for me was to get a better understanding of what food and additives and preservatives and different types of food, how it affects my body, if it does negative things or if it's a positive thing. And I have certainly walked away with that knowledge on how my unique body handles certain types of foods. And I am pleased that I did this. Was it worth $220? I believe it is. And I believe it had taught me something that I don't think I would have been able to learn on my own. Not that I even had the ability or knowledge to do that. That this was definitely a program that reset me from the inside. And it wasn't just internally, like my digestive system, but it reset my emotions and my mindset on certain types of food. I went into this wanting more than anything to have an open mind. And there was a lot of negative talk about $220 for this program and spending the amount of money. And I really kind of went in a little skittish as to have I screwed up spending that amount of money? And I don't think so. I started last July 21 pounds heavier than I am today. And I did the most obvious things to start with in Team Beachbody, which was exercise. And that alone taught me a lot about what I could handle, what I couldn't handle, and what I grew to be able to endure and to do. If there's one thing that surprised me with this 21 days of this reset, was that I would miss working out. And I do. I miss it. And I felt like my focus was so much on the food part that I actually was just like, okay, I got it. Let's move on to the exercise. So I've missed that, and I'm so excited next week to start my new exercise program. But the other thing that I added was Shakeology, which I do every day. I had every morning since last July, and it's a meal replacement shake. Loved it, missed it so much on this diet, this reset. And I am surprised at what I was able to learn. I took everything out of my diet that was additive or preservatives, and there was no refined sugars, no breads, even wheat by the second week, and then no grains after the second week. No dairy after the first week, no meats after the first week. Whereas by last week, which I believe was the hardest of all the weeks, was strictly vegan, was vegetables and fruits in its most whole state. And it was, I liked it. I was surprised. I have missed my meat, and I have missed that, and I've missed my Shakeology. But I've learned too that I can do this, that I like those meals. I don't need to every day. I mean, I can certainly incorporate meat into my diet because I love it. I love it. But I can do these different types of foods. Some of the recipes for sure will definitely redo. Some of the new foods that I've never had before in my life, that I will certainly now have as part of staple in my diet, is miso paste, which is fermented, aged and fermented soybeans and rice, which you use in soups. Love it. Actually bought more because I've already used my whole pouch of it so far. Liquid aminos. which are liquid amino acids taken directly from vegetables, which is a little bit like a soy sauce taste, which I use constantly now. And I'm almost on my bought a gallon that I off of Amazon, and gonna fill my little bottle up. I squeeze that stuff on everything. Himalayan salt, which I will definitely continue with the distilled water and the mixture of a half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt in a gallon of distilled water a day. I've been drinking that, and I love it, and I'm surprised at how dehydrated that I must have been, and all I did was drink water prior to this anyway, just never enough. What else? Probably the introduction of some spices that I've never had before, and how my body has handled cumin is one, cannot have. My body does not like that. I have to be very careful with refined sugars. I noticed yesterday I had a donut and got a headache. So definitely that for sure. Now, I told you I don't know if I told you I lost the 9 pounds. This is my 4th take of doing this, so I can't remember what I have and haven't said, but I lost the 9 pounds, which was the side effect of doing this, which was amazing. I can't say as much about the energy, and it was interesting. I went to see my doctor for my annual physical on Wednesday, and we talked about one of my biggest complaints over the last many years have been my lack of energy. And we've had everything. I mean, I've had my thyroid checked, my iron, and I am a little anemic. I'm on the iron, all sorts of stuff that would cause that type of energy depletion. The fact that I've lost 21 pounds, that I am exercising regularly, that I have limited my additives and preservatives in my diet, a lot more whole foods and foods that are at its most simplistic level, and still do not have the burst of energy that I should be having. And one of the things we're going to be looking at is obstructive sleep apnea, which it's the fact that I've done this reset, and my sleeping patterns are definitely good, but I'm still so tired, and I've cut the caffeine out, and I'm still having like a heart palpitation at times, and just other little things. So I'm going to have a sleep study done, and I'm really hoping that this all journey has shown maybe something new that we hadn't thought about before. So and I've met a wonderful group of girls online that have done this journey with me, and definitely, if you're considering making a change about how you handle food, food is fuel, and your stomach is bored, and you're not really hungry when you think you are, and you don't need those snacks, and that's actually what makes you feel worse. And just to get back to how your whole body is functioning inside, and trying to really get a better grasp of what you eat and when you eat them, and your workouts and such. It's just been a wonderful journey. At this point in my life, at the age of 43, I am the healthiest I've ever been. My eating habits, my exercise habits, my sleep habits, all of those things together to shout a healthier me. And talking to my doctor on Wednesday, he was so excited, and his enthusiasm and encouragement meant the world to me. I'm going to be getting blood work done on the 23rd. It's, I don't know, maybe about another 10, 12 days from today. And I can't wait to see. The last time I had blood work done, I was borderline on cholesterol. I was borderline on my blood sugars. And I just wasn't getting any better. So I'm so happy that I did this. And I want to just encourage you, when you take the time to read this incredibly long, I'm seeing it's almost 10 minutes long at this point. I want to encourage you, if you want to make the change, you can do it. You can get any of the Beachbody programs. Call me, message me, text me, and I'll help you. Shakeology is another one, a meal replacement shake every day. Amazing on what it does to you, even with the adjustment it makes internally and what you're taking in this wonderful shake. And so I just, even if you consider doing the ultimate reset, just an encouragement. It just has been an eye-opening experience for me. And so at 10 minutes and 15 seconds, I want to say thank you for being with me in this journey, and I'm hoping that I have even better news to share the next time I decide to do a blog like this. And so God bless you, and thanks.